brand new free Perkaholic Easter egg has just been found on the Black Ops 6 Zombies map Terminus 2 weeks after launch, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to do it in your game. Now, over the past couple of days, it's been a huge hot topic and a huge rumor over on Twitter and the COD Zombies Reddit about whether or not this Easter egg actually existed or if people were just trolling. And a big shout out to Andres Lopez. He was the first person to upload gameplay on this. He's been talking about this over on the Reddit. I'll link his YouTube channel in the description below. But basically, he had found this Easter egg a couple of days ago and had been posting about it, and people were like, yo, there's no way this exists. I've been trying it in my game. I haven't been able to figure out how to actually replicate it. And today I just sat down and was like, all right, I got about like 2 hours to figure this out. Let's go see if I can get this to spawn in my game. And I was actually able to replicate it about an hour and 20 minutes into my game, and it does work. You can absolutely get a free Perkaholic by doing this. So let's get right into the method. So around the map, there are fish in the water. It's not exactly like Cold War's Outbreak where you get a fishing rod and actually go fishing. You have to throw either an explosive grenade, a stun grenade, in order to kill these fish. Now, what you're looking for specifically are the fish that are bubbling. I found it's easiest to see these fish on the ledges of the different islands, as well as the ledges where the boat dock spawns are on the main island. So down in the bio labs near Melee Macchiato, underneath the sea towers, where you would park the boats on the islands, or the boat, or even underneath the boat where the ladder is to the Easter egg step. You basically just want to hang around those areas and look into the water. Now, what you'll be able to find is these little bubbles popping up from the water itself. You should be able to find at least about like 6 to 10 fish, depending upon where you are on the islands. Blow them up and they'll give you little tiny rewards. Usually you just get like 100 essence or some salvage. I've got ammo mods. I've pulled jug off of these. You'll even be able to get an ether tool and possibly even a pack-a-punch crystal. My theory is that the higher the round, the better rewards you're going to get. Now, Andreas over here got the Perkaholic on round 13. I think I got mine on like 16 or 17. So it does seem to just be basically random when you actually get this. Now, I did track this. I killed exactly 48 fish. I tried different things. Like I've tried using different grenades. It really didn't change anything. It seems like the rewards are primarily random. I tallied up every single fish that I killed, and it just came in at about 48. Maybe it possibly could have been 50, but it's right around that number that I got my Perkaholic. Now, I don't think it's actually possible to kill 50 fish in the first 13 rounds of the game, so that's why I'm saying like maybe after 30 fish is the number that you'll have to target. But after watching Andreas's gameplay, and he was on round 13, I had about 30 fish at round 13, so maybe after that 30 mark, you'll be able to actually start getting the Perkaholic, and it could just be random from that point on. Now, it does take a lot of time in order to do this in your game. I basically dedicated like an hour and 20 minutes of in-game time to just running around the map, not really doing anything besides getting more concussion grenades and trying to find the fish. It's really annoying to do too because the tentacle pops out of the water and spits the acid at you. I did take a down doing this, which really sucked, and it was really a pain in the ass to try to do this Easter egg. But once you get into a groove with the fishing, it's really not too hard. Like I said, the best places in order to find the fish are typically in the bio lab underneath in the water there, right by the side ledges where the boat can be docked. I found a ton of fish, probably at least 20 of them underneath the sea tower area where that little bridge is and the boat dock is by the Easter egg step where you plug in the controller piece. And then also out by the boat, a couple of times I was able to find it. They didn't spawn too much around the islands. The biggest island where the second orb for the beam smasher goes to, that was another hot spot for fish. But like I said, primarily I was really just running back and forth between the sea tower and the bio labs. And then if there were none spawning there every single round, or if there weren't there any round, I would just get in a boat and then I'd drive around and look at the different islands. And that's probably the best way to avoid the tentacle that spawns in. But like I said, there's multiple different rewards you can get here. I got a Juggernog can, and that was really early on. That was probably around 15 fish. I got an ether tool at like round 7, I think. So again, if you're not going for the Perkaholic, or if you're going for the Perkaholic, you can actually get a lot of loot from doing this as well, which is really nice because it's like when you're dedicating, you know, an hour and 20 minutes to just trying to get your free Perkaholic through fishing, it gets really hard to survive after an amount of time, especially when you're spending all of your salvage at the crafting table going for concussion grenades or explosives to try to actually kill these little school of fish. Now, there are tiny little blue fish that are in the water too, and you got to be careful not to really get too caught up in those. What you're really looking for, like I said, guys, are those bubbles popping out of the water that you can just throw an explosive into. It'll blow up and you'll be good to go. Now, again, yeah, I don't know for a fact that if it's a specific number. I doubt that he was able to get 50 fish by round 13 because every single round, pretty much from the time that I got the power on, which was at like round 5, until round 17 when I got the Perkaholic, I was constantly driving around the water to the different islands, looking at every single possible spot that fish could spawn in. And like I said, I got up to 48 in my tally. I could have missed a couple, so it could be right at that 50 mark, but I really doubt it because he got it 5 rounds earlier than I did. It might just be either after a certain round it's possible that you get a Perkaholic, or after killing about 30 fish, you should be able to start earning the possibility of getting that Perkaholic. But dude, it's just insane to me that we're 2 weeks out of launch, over 2 weeks out from launch, and we're still finding these small little Easter eggs, especially something as big as this, like a free Perkaholic, man. Like, you know, we had these little Perkaholic Easter eggs on other maps in the past for completing Easter eggs, but nothing like this where it's like, you know, you just kill these fish around the map every once in a while, or every couple of rounds you can go fishing or whatever, and you go for that Perkaholic. But it's just insane to me that this was actually found, and like I said, this was a huge hot topic over on the Reddit. There has been a lot of debate over the past couple of days whether or not this actually existed, if people were just trolling, and I could see where people would think that, because like I said, I had to dedicate like basically an hour and a half in my game to figuring out how exactly this worked. Thankfully it actually happened, because I was getting to the point where I was like, dude, there's no way, maybe this dude literally just clipped in a video of him getting a Perkaholic. But like I said, I was sitting there the entire time thinking like, there's no way that this exists, and it finally popped up for me, and I was super excited to see this, like I said, because I just, you know, I don't know, I'd been sitting there for an hour and a half just fishing on tournaments, so I couldn't figure anything. But anyways, guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Black Ops 6 Zombies content. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Remember to stay hydrated. Peace.